guys, it's Miss Ellen. Wanted to see how everybody's doing today. Let's do our feelings check-in. Okay, so today I am feeling a little bit lonely. And I'm feeling lonely because I miss you guys, because my family is busy doing their work. So I know we all miss each other, but I'm sure my feelings will change a little bit later, and I'll be a little happier when I get to see everybody and hear from you guys too. So today we're going to read a book, Wemberly Worried. And you guys might remember this one from school too. So Wemberly worried about everything. It's a lot of stuff to worry about, right? So big things, right? Oh man, she's afraid that her family won't be there. They'll leave in the middle of the night. Families don't leave in the middle of the night. She's afraid of little things and everything in between. So she spilled something over here, but that's no big deal, right? We'll just clean it up. She worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried all throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her dad. And worry, said her grandma. Too much worry. Because her family loves her and they don't want her to be worried. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. So she was worried the tree would fall on their house. Very unlikely. And the crack in the living room wall, and the noise the radiators make. She was afraid the crack in the wall would get really big and swallow something. It won't. And that the noise the radiator makes, that's where the heat comes out of. It sounds like tss. She was afraid that it might be a snake. There's no snake in there. At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings, the bolts on the slide, and the bars on the jungle gym. That's a lot to worry about. And I know we wish we could be worried about that right now. But and she always worried about her doll, Petal. Sounds like Petal's her favorite, and she's afraid to leave her behind and lose her. Right? But if we lose something, we can always look for it, and we can search together because we help each other. Don't worry, said her mom. Don't worry, said her dad. But Wemberly worried, and she worried, and she worried, and she worried. And when Wemberly was worried, when she was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears, her friend Petal, right? Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop rubbing Petal's ears, that Petal wouldn't have any ears at all. So it sounds like she is rubbing Petal's ears a lot. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, nothing to worry about. She has a lot of friends that are there. I know we wish our friends could be with us now. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. But there was enough cake. And you know what? Even if there weren't, what would we do? We'd share, right? Because we are good sharers, because that's a good friendship skill. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there'd be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her dad, nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only butterfly. And that's okay too, right? Be true to you, be yourself. You worry too much, said her mom. When you worry, I worry, said her dad. Worry, said her grandma. Too much worry. They're worried. She's worrying too much. So soon, Wemberly had a new worry. School. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. Do you guys remember the first day of school? Some of you were a little bit worried as well. But, well, we'll see what happens. That's all good. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one brings a doll? What if the teacher's mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? Ooh, that's a tough one. What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Right, so we've probably all had some of these worries before. And then, don't worry, said her mom. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried, and she worried, and she worried, and she worried. She worried all the way there. That's a lot of worry to carry. So while Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Miss Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Miss Peachum said, Wemberly, there's someone I think you should meet. Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes, and she was holding a doll. Ooh. Sounds promising. So at first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. Seems they were both a little bit worried. "This is Petal," said Wemberly. "And this is Niblet," said Jewel. And they introduced their little friends. So Petal waved, and then Niblet waved back. "Hi," said Petal. "Hi," said Niblet. "I rub her ears," said Wemberly. "I rub her nose," said Jewel. Seems like they have both do these things when they get worried. So throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side, and they played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too, their little friends. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual. Actually, sometimes even less. So before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. So it sounds like she was having fun and not so worried. "Come back tomorrow," called Miss Peachum, as the students all walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. "I will," she said. "Don't worry." So that was it, and there are no more worries there. And they're all happy and dancing around. So I know we all get worried sometimes because we all have different kinds of feelings, right? So I want you to think of something that you can do, right? So Wemberly and her friend, they had their little friends that they could rub their ears and they could squeeze them tight. Maybe there's some other stuff that you can do. Here's another friend that you can squeeze and it comes back to shape, right? So we've got different things that we can do to feel better. But here's something I want you to try out. So we have all these different senses, right? We can see, we can hear, we can smell, we can feel, right? We can taste. So we want to do something when you're worried. I want you to try this and see if you feel a little bit better, okay? So it's our 5 senses, and we'll post this as well. So I want you to give me 5 things you can see. So let's look around. I see my friend Lammy. I see this squishy owl. I can see a nice pillow over there. I see my favorite picture. I wish I could see you guys, but I can see the camera. I want you to give me 4 things you can feel now. 4, okay? I can feel my friend Lammy. I can feel my friend Squishy Owl. I can feel my hair. Let's see. I can feel the ridges on my bracelets. That's 4. 3 things you can hear. I can hear my daughter on with her class doing her work. I can hear the music in the background. And I can hear birds chirping outside. Okay? Now 2 things you can smell. I can still smell my coffee going. And I can smell my perfume. And one last thing. I want you to give me 1 thing that you can taste. And I can still taste my coffee. I don't feel so worried anymore. I feel a little bit more relaxed. And I hope you do too. So give that a try and post that. And hopefully we'll chat soon. And be well. Hang tough.